Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. If you enjoy the content, and you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We are in week 1 of April 1942, and we still have 14 blue squares on the tonnage wall, and 6 red squares have been lost. Right, I swear I moved the Jervis along here. Right. And I guess I can move Rodney back to the Sargasso. Right. Nothing. How long until the Delight comes out? Alright, one more turn. Right, I'll move the Jervis to the Barents Sea, and then if we don't find anything, you'll go back to Faroe Islands. Right, welcome back Exeter. And you're staying right where you are, and you are on your way back. Mummy, help! There's a big bad bully and they're attacking me. There's a bully in the playground. First engagement, and what an engagement this is. It's in the United Kingdom in sunny weather in week 2 of April 1942. The destroyed Defender with light damage and the destroyers Duncan and Fraser with no damage have come under attack in the afternoon from none other than the H-39 class monster battleship Hutton. And Hutton has the initiative as well. How did they get them so quickly? I mean, I knew that... I think this is literally the quickest that the AI has access to these H-39 class battleships. Week 2 of April 1942. Well, here we go. Let's get obliterated by aircraft. Oh yes, of course, I forgot. Right. Let's pretend that we're attacking them by firing blanks at them. Push away, push away, push away, push away. Oh, that's close. The good news is that there's only one of them and 3 of us. The bad news is that if they wanted to, they could sink us just merely by looking at us. I'm completely unprepared to be taking on a battleship of such a size. Luckily we do have relatively good torpedo numbers across the board, so we've got that going for us at least. Please tell me we have aircraft available. And then I was going to follow up with, and please tell me they are something other than rocket bombers. But no, of course, you silly Billy. Did you honestly think you'd get anything other than rocket bombers? I'm not going to make it that easy for you, like, don't be ridiculous. Rocket bombers are what you get. We've got 6 of them though. Great, so we'll scratch the paintwork in 6 places. Look at the damage we've caused. Oh! I bet they're reeling from that now. They're not. They're probably laughing at us. You think that's going to cause damage to us? That's cute. That's cute. Nevertheless, if we've got them, we're going to use them. Alright? Care. I don't care if they're the most useless weapon ever to be attached to an aircraft. I'm still going to use them. Oh, kamikaze run perhaps? Yes it is. Oh, that would have caused all sorts of damage if the physics were realistic. Which they're not, so it isn't. It doesn't cause anything. Well, that's a good start then, isn't it? They've shot one of our aircraft down already. We still haven't caused any damage. And go. Absolutely nothing at all. Can we shoot one of their aircraft down, it seems as they've shot one of mine down? But do we not work like that? No, we don't work like that. Instead, what we can do is sink one of the destroyers. How about that? Pumps damaged? No. Oh, how kind of you. Oh! We have damaged them. They're slower by 0.1 knots. Amazing. I bet they're quaking in their boots. I think they should make smoke now because they're slower by 0.1 knots. Honestly, please tell me if I'm doing something wrong with these fucking bombers. Maybe they're really good and I'm just rubbish at them. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to properly use them. I mean, hitting the target is the simplest way that I think they can be used. I mean, if you hit the target with a torpedo or a bomb, it hurts them. Oh. They're shooting my aircraft down like it's no problem, and I've not shot anything down. Guys, can we please use actual stuff rather than whatever we're using now? I know that what we might be using might be a bit cheaper, but I'd much rather we use actual proper ammunition. Oh, and that's done completely nothing at all. Here comes another airstrike for them. Please shoot this plane down. Shoot it down. Thank you. I'm just worried that because we have 6, they might have 6 as well, but it's not really possible, is it? Right? Can they have 6 planes? So that's all the damage we managed to do. How many airstrikes were successful? I think it was 4 airstrikes were successful. And all we managed to do was slow them down by, I think it was 0.1 knots in terms of speed. That to me is quite frankly a pathetic effort. Oh no! We're not shooting down 2 in a row. Forget it. Oh, this smoke screen may have thrown them off slightly. No, it hasn't thrown them off at all. My bad. Pumps. Yes! There we go. I knew we'd get there eventually. I don't care though. We're not slowing down because we can't afford to slow down because we have a H-39 monster. Alright, finally, they're using their actual guns to finish us off, presumably. Then again, at least this gives me a pretext to somewhat put my my battleships into sort of more active territory then. We've got the H-39 class. We could put the... Oh, I've just realised the Warspite's damaged. Come on, let's get closer. Close in. And they're turning. I hope they turn back towards us on the next turn. Pumps are damaged, so this destroyer is going under very soon. I'm going to continue to close in because we have no choice. How close are you? You're 11,000 yards away. How many torpedoes do you have? 8. Oh, so you're actually the destroyer with the most torpedoes. Well, that's strange. I thought they'd have placed my best one right at the back and my worst one at the front. It's almost as if the game has said, you know what, we're going to give you the worst start possible, but a tiny window through which you can pull it off. Unfortunately, I get the impression that that window isn't quite big enough for me to be able to fit through it. That's the impression I'm under. Right, they're going to be moving along. Oh, they're going for the other one now. They've spotted that the Duncan is really close. Well, that's good in a way, because it means that the other destroyer gets a little bit of relief and gets to close in uninterrupted. Fraser's still very much far away, but still could prove to be key. And they're turning into us. Good, they still missed us. That's good. We've got to keep closing in, and either when I'm forced to because we're being pummeled, or when we get close enough that I feel confident of good results, we'll turn and fire all 8 torpedoes, because for a H-39 you need 8. 6 minimum, and preferably you'd want at least 8. Good, they're still missing us. I mean, if I had proper aircraft with proper weapons, this engagement would be over by now. But because I got aircraft with what can only be described as probably practice demo weapons, the engagement is still very much ongoing. No! Oh, that could possibly cause underwater damage to us. I wonder if they're still at 29.7. Have we reduced their speed by 0.3 knots with those 4 airstrikes? Wow. That almost works out to 0.1 knots every time we do an airstrike. Alright, they've hit us now. They have very much hit us. Mind you, we're very close to them. How close, you say? 6,000 yards. So main spots are main radar destroyed and AAA with light damage. The good news is we don't really need the AAA anymore. And the reason why we don't need it is because all the aircraft have been used. Mind you, that's not saying much. They've been used on both sides. Although even if I had held them back, what would have been the point? They'd be moving a little bit quicker. For all intents and purposes, it basically wouldn't have made any difference. Right, how are you doing? Aft torpedo tubes with heavy damage. See, this is one of the things I was concerned about, that eventually they would hit something important like the torpedo tubes and would be in trouble. Let's do one more and we'll turn and fire on the next turn if we are given the opportunity to do so. If we're blown out of the water, then so be it, I suppose. Although I'd rather not. Oh! That's a huge mistake on their part, strategically at least. The defender going completely the wrong way. I need to... There we go, that's better. Aft torpedo tubes with light damage. We're going to get them back on the next turn. If they don't hit us now, we'll have 8 torpedoes to fire and we'll have a good time potentially with them. If they do decide to hit us, they could derail the plans completely straight away. Right, we've got them then. We've got them. It's over for them now. Steaming forward. Right, Duncan. Very important thing now. Stand by the torpedo tubes. I want all 8 torpedoes dropped. All 8, everything. Right, let's have a look. How far can we extend those torpedoes? Oh yeah, pretty far. Yeah, no problem. Right. One goes at 96. They do like to turn, so I will put one at 90. No, I'll actually put one at 95 instead. I'll put one at 95. Will the stern clear this at 30 knots? Just in case. 94. 97. 98. 99 as well. And I'll put one either side as well. I'll put one at 100. Actually no, I'll go 101. Because they're moving fast. Right. Well. Fire those away, please. Go. Here they go. Right. Here we go. It's over for the Hudson. We did it. First time we see them and we destroy them straight away. Even though we only had 3 destroyers rather than the 4 that I'm accustomed to, we still managed to pull it off, despite them having air supremacy, I would argue. Because really, I'd much rather have a Stuka than a rocket bomber, or just a bomber in general, seeing as this is a H-39 class battleship and it is going under quickly. I will stay and watch it sink. Well, as it turns out, I didn't need my mummy for this one. Not that my mummy would have been much use, but it would have been at least somewhat comforting to probably have her with me. Am I right in saying that all 8 torpedoes hit that were launched? I can't see any torpedoes anywhere else. All 8 hit. You can just about see the bow going under now. Well, Duncan, I think medals for everyone for that sort of work. Needless to say, I suppose, 2 turrets destroyed, superstructure blown to bits. Fireworks as well from the Hudson. It was a magazine detonation. And that's it. They're not gonna. That is it. The Hudson will no longer be a threat at all, ever. Right, well, let's head back to the hero of this engagement, the Duncan. I'm going to call that done. Action reports. On the British side, the destroyer Defender ends with heavy damage, the destroyer Duncan ends with medium damage, and the destroyer Fraser ends with no damage. On the German side, the battleship Hutton was sunk for 56,400 tons. That's the heaviest ships Germany has in this game. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 56,400. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 56,400 renown earned. Incredible. Right, United Kingdom, submarine attacked by enemy aircraft. U-843 receives medium damage in week 2 of April 1942. So let's immediately move the Jervis needs to head back quickly. I'll gamble and go into the Norwegian Sea. What we'll have to do then is, obviously, Defender and Duncan have to be sent away for repairs and reloading. That means we've only got one ship in the UK, which is completely unacceptable. So you have to move across. Duchess and Echo, you hop across in here as well. And I'm going to gamble and send the Delight away from Scarpflow into the western approaches, seeing as this area is very active. There we go. Like I said, it's very active, because that's where our next engagement is. Western approaches, partially sunny weather, week 2.5 of April 1942. The destroyers Azinibwan and Decoy have come under attack at noon from the submarines U-283 and U-295. The Germans have the initiative. Oh no, 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 no. No, that's not gone well. Azinibwan is sinking. That's right, of course. I swear, if we lose both destroyers like this, I will not be happy at all! What have they done to you? Crippled, but not quite taken out. Propulsion, sonar, ASW, heavy damage. Steering, light damage. AAA destroyed. More importantly, however, Azinibwan. Propulsion, steering, pumps, both sets of torpedo tubes with heavy damage, and AAA destroyed. It's a shame that we have to say goodbye to the Azinibwan. We have a... Oh, for goodness sake, I can see you there! Well, there's not much we can do other than try and maintain some level of speed. Do we have air support? I'm just going to check again. One more time, maybe they'll do a thing. No. Alright. In that case then, just insert a compilation of me ranting about inadequate air support in areas where we definitely should have air support. Honestly, the Germans get absolutely amazing weapons, and we get basically nothing. I'm going to launch 2 torpedoes, seeing as I've got no idea how far away they are. Oh, they're going the wrong way. I should have done 3, shouldn't I? Maybe it's a 2-turn shot though, and that won't matter particularly. Oh wait, we've broken the game! Can we get the... Right, what's next? sank the submarine though, we sank one of them. And as both destroyers sunk, so sometimes you just... Oh, very frustrating. Final damage for the Delight upon sinking. Propulsion and sonar and ASW heavy damage. A turret, B turret and AAA destroyed. Steering light damage still. Again, air power. It's what I keep saying. Air power. The Germans have much better air power than we do. And as a result of that, they are sinking these ships. It's easy. Easy for them. No problem at all. Well, I have to call it done. Action report on the British side. The destroyers Aziniban and Delight was sunk for 1,375 tons each. On the German side, the submarine U-283 was sunk for 800 tons, and the submarine U-295 received no damage at all. Warship tons sunk on the British side 2,750, merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 0, warship tons sunk on the German side 800, merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. We'll wait for this, for the Delights to go under completely, and then we'll press continue. Really unhappy with how this engagement went, but what can you do? If they've got some sort of space age rocket technology that we don't have, what can we do? Nothing. West Mediterranean Sea, Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 51,770 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 2.5 of April 1942. Faroe Islands. Axis bombers attack the naval base at Scarpaflow, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 2.5 of April 1942. Wonderful. Wonderful. So how many turns? 8 and 7. For goodness sake. Well, we may have got a bunch of renown from sinking the Hutton, but if we're losing destroyers like this, that is going to melt away quickly. And this is why I was saving my renown, because I knew I wouldn't get off lightly. I knew I wouldn't get off lightly. That's why you have a lot of renown saved up for precisely this type of reason. That way, you can afford to spend and not feel pressured. Right. 3.5 weapons 42. I'm surprised this is still going at this point. Like, I will be honest, I'm surprised this campaign is still going. This campaign should be over. In my previous playthroughs, I won by this point. Why? Oh, have we still not won? Do we still need to sink the other H-39 class battleship? Right, we've got another engagement in the Faroe Islands, week 3.5 of April 1942, partly sunny weather. The destroyer Jervis is escorting a huge convoy of merchant ship, large freighters, C3 freighters, a C2 freighter and a T2 tanker. And this formation has come under attack in the afternoon from the submarine U-294. Is this the submarine that was in the western approaches just now? Either way, it's got the initiative. And of course it has air support. There goes the C3 freighter immediately. Propulsion heavy damage, AAA destroyed. It would have been sunk by torpedoes anyway, because look at the proximity here. No chance to save that one. But if we have a depth charge bomber, we could still end it quickly. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Come on, don't even try and get away. Right, all I need to do now is just not mess the airstrike up. Somewhat under pressure to perform here. Those should be fine. Good. 2 out of 3 depth charges hit the target. So nice and quick. Action reports on the British side. The destroyed Jervis received no damage. One merchant ship C3 freighter was sunk for 8,000 tons. All the other merchant ships, the large freighters, the other C3 freighter, C2 freighter and the T2 tanker received all receiving no damage at all. On the German side, the submarine U-294 was sunk for 800 tons. Warship tons sunk on the British side 0. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 8,000. Warship tons sunk on the German side 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 800 renown earned. Right. How many more turns? 6 and 5. For goodness sake, hurry up. We need these destroyers out. Oh. Another engagement in the United Kingdom in week 4 of April 1942. The weather is partially sunny. The destroyers Duchess, Echo and Fraser have come under attack in the morning from the destroyer Z-31. Z-31 with the initiative. Audible frustration. Honestly, if you're going to be like that, just don't even fire. Like, don't even give me hope that we're going to get something out of this. Yay! Bombers! Look! It's a bomber! With bombs! Wow, yes! Finally! We've got something out of this. Oh, actually, no, I'll move this way instead, seeing as the wind's going to blow them that way. And bomb! This isn't the way I'd usually bomb. Good. How are you doing? Propulsion, steering, SW, AAA, all with heavy damage. You're not doing very well, are you? You do still have the capability, however, to call in an airstrike. That's good. Right, let's do one in the middle. And let's bomb now. One hit, two. Good, that's another explosion. Right, hopefully one more will finish them off and we can put another destroyer into Scupper Flow. Alright, they're quite heavy at the stern. I'll go for the stern section. Yeah, you're making smoke. Yeah, but I'm not finished with you yet. What am I going to do now with the Dutch is actually open fire on them and use the airstrike on another one. There's just one problem. I've got no idea what sort of elevation to fire at, so I'm just going to go randomly for 25. Randomly correct about here and just shoot. No idea, completely random across the board. Well, they thought about it for a moment. It's interesting that when I try and work it out precisely, I'm rubbish. And then when I do random correction for the wind, random elevation, I actually manage to score hits. Interesting how that works, isn't it? But nevertheless, one more airstrike. Oh, no AAA fire as well. Bomb now. That's nice. Nice easy task to re-cruise then. Sink them, come on, finish them off. How are they not sinking? Excuse me? How is this possible? How? I don't understand this at all. How can a destroyer, not a battleship, a destroyer, that's been hit by airstrikes 4 times, still be afloat? It doesn't make sense. It's not possible. It simply is not possible. I don't understand how that works. Shoot. In my book, that's impossible. If this was my destroyer, I would have lost 4 destroyers by now, because each one would have been sunk by an airstrike. They would have all sunk. They would have all gone. Are our bombs rubbish as well? I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. Oh, excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. Germany has better rockets and bombs. Next thing you're going to be telling me is that they have better torpedoes as well. Shoot. They've got everything better. Nope, they're still here. They don't even care. You can bomb us, you can shoot at us with guns. We're just gonna be chilling over here in our smoke screen. I mean, yes, you've slightly disrupted a thing or two on the deck, sure, but it's nothing that a little bit of grey paint won't fix. Shoot. Yeah, get the grey paint out and it'll be good as new. Oh, that was very long. But we were guessing. Right, we've got plots for the Fraser, however, on this chart. Let's try 26.9. Shoot. Marginally long. Right, what were we doing last time? 25.8. I'll go 26. Shoot. I don't get this at all. Like, how? Maybe this is the other H-39 battleship and they've just disguised it really well. Maybe it is actually, now that I think about it. Because a H-39 probably would survive 4 airstrikes, even if they did hit. I don't know. Really don't know. Either way, this sort of thing would not fly if it was with me. Get it? Fly, planes, airstrikes. If this was me, airstrike 1 sinks 1 destroyer, airstrike 2 sinks another destroyer, and airstrike 3 sinks the next destroyer after that. And then it says, oh, you've lost all your destroyers, you'll have to call it done here. And then I start, you know, making noises to illustrate my deep frustration at that point that this is how things have gone. Well, I suppose my frustration and annoyance is justified at that point now. Wind, of course, blowing everything away from the target as usual. Shoot. Nope, 3 degrees is still long. Honestly, even though the destroyer is crippled, I'm literally going to have to turn in and go over there to finish it off. I mean, these destroyers, do they have armour? No. So why are they so tough then? I get it that their armament is big. Alright, fine. I get it. You've got big guns, you've got a lot of them. Fine. But if you've got no armour, then surely you would have been sunk by now. Maybe now? No, we're still fine. Are the German destroyers really that much better than the British ones? I refuse to believe that they're that much better. I mean, they might be a little bit better, somewhat better, but... Really? Would they be so decisively better? Come on, just sink already. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I am tempted somewhat to just withdraw and say, oh, it'll be scuttled, it's fine. But again, I tried that once and... well, let's just say I still remember it to this day. I can't really allow them to go away, can I? But I want to. I don't want to spend ages turning in and then closing in and then getting into position to fire guns, and then gunfire still doesn't work, so then I have to get the torpedoes out and I have to measure them, and then they have to be dropped in, and then, you know, all sorts of other things, and I have to wait for them to go, and then they'll probably survive those as well. I was being drony and moany on purpose because that's how it feels. I just don't understand it. There is no way that any British destroyer would survive this long if it was subjected to the same punishment. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. Simply refuse to believe it. Interesting that all this damage on the Echo is still not fixed. I thought they would have been able to fix it by now, considering we've been going at this for, well, a very long time. Shoot. I'm going to have to come in and finish them off with torpedoes, aren't I? A destroyer, for goodness sake. A destroyer. Not a battleship, not a heavy cruiser, not a light cruiser, a destroyer. Shoot. Please, just go already. There we go, honestly. Battleship Z-31 has been sunk. Action reports. On the British side, the destroyer Duchess ends with no damage. The destroyer Echo ends with medium damage. The destroyer Fraser ends with no damage at all. On the German side, the so-called destroyer Z-31 was sunk eventually for 2,600 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 2,600. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 2,600 were now earned. Right, we're in May of 1942. I never get to May, usually it's over by now. But speaking of things being over, I think it's time to end this video. I won't even check to see if it's time to end because I know it's time to end. It's been a really long time now. I think I might know the reason why it's not letting me finish. I've got a bit of a theory about that if you're interested. I think the reason why it won't let me finish is because I still haven't sunk the second H-39 battleship, Berlichingen. I've got a feeling that as soon as I sink Berlichingen, it'll be all over at that point. But I've only seen the Hutton. Berlichingen is nowhere to be seen as of yet. So I'm a bit sort of, where are they? But anyway, here are the stats if you're interested. Naval vessels sunk for Britain 36. We've gone over 130,000 tons now. We are almost at a 1-to-9 kill ratio. Merchant sunk has gone over 1,500 now. 5.7 million tons. Naval vessels sunk for Germany 322. 672,000 tons. Allied merchants sunk per month is 172,000, but that's because it's a new month, so it goes down at the start of the month anyway. Ships lost. Can we fit all the British losses on one tab? Ooh, we just about can do, yes. Just about. We'll have to start scrolling down here to see all the British losses on one page. And German losses, there they are. Many losses, mostly U-boats, but you will see the occasional surface ship sprinkled in there as well. Right, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying the series and you haven't already, please subscribe. Share this video, this channel with people who you think might enjoy the content. This includes not necessarily Atlantic Fleet content because the channel will be moving away from Atlantic Fleet once this series is done and all the custom battle suggestions that I've received over the course of this series, and a few battles that I want to do personally. Once that's done, we're going to be moving away from Atlantic Fleet into other games, so not all about Atlantic Fleet. So if you know someone who might enjoy other content such as Minecraft, for example, let them know. And yeah, if you do that, then thank you in advance from me. For now, however, thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.